Hey, welcome to Love the Bomb, a podcast where we interview performers about their worst nightmares on stage. I'm one of the hosts, Lauren Hutton. With me, as always, is my co-host.
I'm Luke Fagenbush, and we're sitting here with our guest tonight.
MacGregor Legs.
It's MacGregor Legs.
MacGregor Legs is a comedian from Cincinnati. No, he's not. God damn it.
Good start.
We could have done it straight the whole time.
Where are you from, MacGregor?
Lexington, Kentucky.
The best part about that is I said the city I thought that we were in now, which we're also not in Cincinnati in this moment.
We have a lot of fun times on the
Well-
podcast. Lots of them.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a holiday episode, so there was some.
We're very celebrated right now.
What is it, Tim Curry's birthday?
We are in
It
what
is
we
Tim Curry's
call
birthday.
Happy Tim Curry's birthday.
deep celebration.
Yeah, you know, we watched. I can't think of the Tim Curry movie. Fern Gully. It was great.
Yeah, that's the number one.
First goalie, your first pick.
The first one I can come up. Oh my God! Do you have social media you want to put in?
I already
intro?
did that,
I know,
but in the intro,
yeah, why not?
you know, just come to my house.
At his place.
I live in 1003 Whippoorwill Drive, apartment D.
Get turned. Get turned
roll
to
up,
his place.
And you know, if you're kind when you ask, I'll tell you a joke.
Bring a boombox.
It'll be a good time. Enjoy this episode about change and growth with MacGregor Lakes.
I'm Luke Fagenbush.
And I'm Lauren Hutton.
And I'm MacGregor Legs.
Thanks for listening or enjoying it. What did we say there?
Enjoy the episode, everybody.
Welcome, goodbye.
Arrivederci.
Tarantino.
Oh, God.
So I just read their name.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh. Patrick Neiman. Nathan Alexander. Dee Dee Diva. Jim Fagenbush. Cameron James. Gretchen Schultz. Evan Beckmeyer. MacGregor Likes. Tari Fagenbush. Garrett Titlebaum. Kylie Dills. Eric N.
How did you, animate them all without using a pen?
I'm so cold. I think we overshot the...
Do you need a jacket? Do we need to jack it up?
I'll be fine.
What's
It'll
so wrong
warm
with
up.
being a little cold, anyways?
Honestly, I think it's better, you know.
Yeah, I
Keeps the
prefer
mind sharp.
Cold before heat.
Really?
Yeah.
That implies that you want the heat to come after the cold. Like there's a before, and I want it cold, and then I want.
No, I prefer
Icy
neutral.
hot.
I prefer perfect, right? But
I prefer,
70 degrees.
Don't we all?
if I
MacGregor?
had
don't
to-
we all just prefer perfection?
yeah,
Between
but,
too hot and too cold.
you know, if I had to be a little colder, a little warmer, I'd be a little colder. But I like warmer months better because there's more chances of perfect.
I like that fall because I like to layer. I like a jacket. I like a scarf.
Do you
I
have any
like
layers on now, or are you just single shirt?
No,
now?
it was like 70, 80 degrees. So
I know.
rolling up the...
You are fully rolled.
Yeah.
It's a pretty intense role.
Where did you just come from? Have we talked about that since everything's actually on and recording?
We're recording.
Yeah, for the first time-
Damn it. I let it loose. I'm not supposed to give that away.
Tell me where you came from. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Not like your parents. What show did you just come
No,
from?
that's what I'm working on, man. All right, dude. Come on, man. Let me get there. All right.
Start
I'll
from the
let you land.
very
I'll let you
beginning.
land. Oh, you did want that. I'm so sorry. Start from the beginning.
It's warm. And I see a light. Should I go for it, guys?
I think you should.
No, hard pass.
Luke is a big stay in the warm energy.
A real antinatalist.
Yeah. It was a 10-month pregnancy.
He's been early everywhere ever since.
Other than that, I'm punctual because I wanna get back to the unbeing.
I feel that though. But yeah, how was the show at the Funny Bone?
It was great. I had a lot of fun. You know, told some jokes, made some chuckles.
It was a holiday themed show, right?
Yeah, the day of this recording is a very specific celebration.
Tim Curry's birthday.
Absolutely.
Also Hitler's.
Also the anniversary of Columbine.
Also, is there
What?
more? I feel like there's
National
more.
Lima
Yeah,
Bean
they
Day.
did that.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
420 has a lot of baggage.
I don't
think
know
at this point. It's
what
got
its
Hitler and
problem-
Columbine. I think that's baggage.
I think we all needed to chill a little bit on April 20th. That's a good idea.
That was the solution. We saw
The final
April 20th was
solution.
just so.
Hey, happy birthday, Tim Curry.
Happy birthday, Tim Curry.
God bless you.
Cheese pizza.
Oh my god! In the Patreon, we have to bring up that meme.
Just so many memes of Tim Curry just saying single words or phrases.
Space! Space! Oh yeah,
Show was good though.
just Google Tim
Yes,
Curry
show,
space.
show was fun.
Did they do anything like holiday weird for the 420? Like, was anyone dressed as Hitler or?
Well,
I guess I did represent a certain kind of
Did.
thing.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, maybe I should have had my leather overcoat on.
Oh my god!
if both Columbine shooters were like you wearing a shirt that said possible terrorist, it might not have gone down.
If only. If only.
Maybe we should check those dudes out.
They were wearing fucked up shirts though. Did you know this?
What were no?
One said natural selection, and I don't know what I
okay.
forget the other one.
I do know, like, they wore those long black leather trench coats, and
Yeah.
it was like 2 months after The Matrix came out.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny. It's like that's like like it was like sci-fi that inspired them. So just imagine like you're at school and then you just see like Neo a dude in Neo cosplay walk
Yep.
up to you and you're like, "What's going on?" And then you're dead.
Seems
It's
pretty
over.
cool. Not cool. You're not
Like what's
Keanu
going through
Reeves
that? It's
at
like,
all.
does he think I'm Agent Smith? Because it's like,
It is wild that you're like, oh, that guy's dressed like a cool movie I like. Maybe I could vibe with him. And then they're like, no, they don't vibe with anyone, actually.
yeah. In fact, the vibes are gonna get real off right now.
Reel off right now. Did you go through like a phase where you dressed like real heavy, dark clothing? Did you have a goth period?
Yeah, I have.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a period of
All right, swing that mic into your face and tell us about your dark
I had a
times.
period of youthful turmoil, as it were.
That's the most poetic way to put
Yeah.
that. I like that.
I mean, you know, you just if you're like a depressed guy and you're like 12 and you don't know how to express that, you just
Hell yeah.
you listen to metal music and then like you just like read and write like dark stuff, you know.
Right, yeah.
like-
What were you reading?
It was just like a lot of like true crime stuff. Like I was just
Hell yeah.
opening myself up to the idea
Of doing
Of,
a
like-
Columbine.
Reading a lot of
plotting.
manifestos.
Whoa. I was not. Oh my god.
Oh, this episode started immediately dark.
Yeah, it got real dark. I mean,
Happy 420, everybody.
I never plotted to shoot up a school. Don't worry about that.
oh, fuck. No, I would never think that. But
Yeah.
you did wear the outfit.
So that's more of like juxtaposition kind of thing than let's really get into why you're wearing this. It's more just supposed to be like, oh, that's weird. People shouldn't wear that, and then you move on with your day.
It's the evolution of the Free Hugs t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's real.
If
The
talk.
you
opposite of free hugs.
were to have like
Get
a,
away.
like a
Call loved
ironic.
ones.
It's full
senior
circle.
superlative, I would probably give you like least likely to shoot up a school.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
Yeah.
I mean, I am out of the closet, which was like their whole problem.
Really? I didn't know that was part of the backstory.
I bet that's like something the media said, I bet.
Well, I don't believe anything the media had to say about that thing.
It's two dudes getting real close and being like, let's kill everyone else. So
Yeah.
maybe there was kind of a romantic
Because gay sex does feel like combat sometimes.
I'm so...
Like,
I didn't know that Columbine was more than one
sometimes
person.
I'm just in a park and it's like I'm a cowboy and
These are my trenches.
I see another desperado come in and I don't know if he wants to be an enemy or a friend, but we're gonna find out together. And there's a lot of like trust, like a lot of trust in strangers,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Ski masks
it's an
involved.
aggressive space. So maybe if you've got fucked up gay problems, like you're not allowed to come out because the society you were raised in is intolerant. You'd be like, how do I express the combative primal gay sex?
Right. I think it was just...
shooting up a school,
They almost had to do it, They almost like 100%.
That was my message to America is let more kids be gay and maybe there'll be like less violence. Maybe. I don't know.
That's how we deal with gun
One
violence.
theory.
Let them come out.
Let them come out.
The message that I heard was a costuming problem.
Okay.
And they dressed sci-fi, and they should have dressed as cowboys, and they would have made more friends in parks.
Yeah, thinking about being gay as like thinking about being a cowboy, like just really relaxes me when I'm like in a car and it's like,
Yeah.
so you don't have like a knife or anything, right?
Have you found yourself in like precarious situations that you thought were going to go south?
Yeah.
Is that something that you want to talk about on the podcast?
I mean, just in a general sense, perhaps. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really have any like stories. There's always just like
That's definitely a new type of bomb that no one has ever, where they've bombed their own safety.
But it's like, it's like Grindr works. It's like, quick messages. And the kind of dudes that are attracted to me are not looking for like a passionate meeting of like two normal people.
It's not a meeting of the minds, per se.
Yeah. It's like he's sad and I'm available.
Your target audience is kind
Yeah.
of Columbine-y.
Well, not Columbine,
Okay,
but more
okay.
just like,
We might need to ditch that vein.
But yeah, we were really getting too hard on the Columbine.
I felt like we were getting away from it too quickly. Like,
Oh, okay.
You got to really explore the psychology of Columbine.
reason for the season,
Just make the coattails of this conversation longer.
So you're just in a car with a guy and you're just like, hey, what's up? We agreed to this, that, and the other. Then like they might say something like, I've got poppers. And you're like, okay.
Interesting red flag.
Well, like, listen, that's like a kink thing, Like,
Okay.
like whipping out drugs in a sexual situation without broaching that in the text conversation.
I don't know of any. Okay, broaching it in the text conversation. That's important.
Because
If you
that's the one
meet
thing I
up-
want to get down. I
Yeah.
text a dude without a profile picture, and it's like, all right,
Dice already rolled.
is there like just tell me if there's anything weird you want me to do? I'll think about it, but like let's get this figured out.
Right, and then
all of
they
this
show
sounds
up.
pretty healthy. Like you're setting boundaries early on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but you're still like,
You're still vulnerable.
In a car
still
with a
going
stranger.
to a parking lot. It's not. And then and it's dark, and you're just looking at him, and he's looking at you, and it's like, I don't know, small talk, or do we just go for it? Like,
Right. Have there been any situations that you've bailed on where you're just like, oh, I gotta go, bye?
I mean, there's been ones where I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, he just seems a little grosser than I expected. So like,
Oh, so it's like a standard
Yeah,
meetup.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
your lack of profile picture didn't do you justice.
yeah, it's like I knew you probably weren't gonna be like, twink charming or anything, but
that's a person.
That is a person. Twink charming exists.
and it is, but like you're looking like. You don't check on yourself, so it's like I'll just do a couple things, and then I'll skedaddle.
I'll just do a few things and then be on my way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So how has comedy been going?
better than gay sex. A lot less.
So pretty good.
Well, yeah, a lot.
Still a battlefield, but I'm winning.
Right. The battle is more just like, trying to be creative and not like,
okay.
is this guy going to try to punch me right now?
Well, I'm seeing some similarities. You drive like, hour and a half. You get to a place where a stranger messaged you, except this time it's Brian Million. And the other times it's comedy. What's up?
Right.
Hats on to you, sir. Holy shit.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
you probably didn't feel in danger like when you got to the Liberty.
No, when it was like when I realized it was a real building.
Yeah, it wasn't just a strip mall.
I mean, not really. No.
Oh, dude.
I did actually. If we could get it, if we want to do an early bomb out of the park while
We almost always forget now, so let's go ahead and shoehorn that in.
Yeah.
just get the bomb out of the way.
People are like, thank God I only have to listen to half the episode.
Exactly. They can tune out early now.
It's like the only other time I've been at the Funny Bone. I didn't even like go in the club.
Oh, no.
The show was one where it was like test out your new material, and it's like but it wasn't like run by the Funny Bone. It was like run by Carter Doherty.
Oh, where they do it in the upstairs.
Yeah. It wasn't even the upstairs. It was just like the bar area.
They have a stage upstairs.
Yeah, that's where this. But it's like it's not really a stage. It's more like just like a section of a wall.
yeah.
It's like a reading nook where the president comes to read to the children.
And because it's not the Funny Bone show, they don't really promote it. It's in Carter. And like Carter Doherty and Liberty Township. I don't know. It's a tough show. And then you get there and it's like, and it was like 5 drunk women and like 5 trucker like manly types just like being like,
Just like 5 truckers and their wives out for the one time.
2 separate groups. It was like
oh no.
It's like they were.
So they weren't even congregated in the room.
No, there was 2 separate teams, and both of them, funnily enough, had the same goal, which was to not laugh. And
everyone's a winner.
We were in a professional league, gentlemen. I'll tell you that one. First things first, it was new, and I was like, I always hate the ones that are like specifically new, because then it's like I'm just throwing out like half ideas.
Yeah,
I always do bad at those. So I'm just flatline with them.
So you're going out like trying out material?
The point of it was like you were supposed to try out some stuff.
Okay. The conceit
new
of the
jokes,
show.
nonsense.
New jokes. And it was like, well, you could tell a couple old ones. So I start picking up old ones after my new ones were just nothing. But a lot of my comedy is about being gay, and it's like uncomfortable stories like the ones we just covered about certain aspects of cruising. And so I've already grossed out the drunk ladies. Oh, by the way, it was one of their birthdays.
Of
They're like,
course.
it's my birthday, and I'm just
Happy fuck off.
I'm just saying all this, gross gay stuff that's like hard for like an audience who is like tolerant but doesn't live that life to hear. Like even tough for like that crowd to like really latch onto and be like, I can still respect a human being for doing this stuff. But this like, real blue collar audience, this real they were not having it.
The type of people who went to a comedy club and then just drank upstairs. They
they didn't even like know there was going to be a show. It was just like,
they didn't know
let's
it
go
was a
drink
club.
at the comedy club, because apparently the bar there is open sometimes.
That's insane.
So people just go there to drink, like people who are at the mall.
I mean, the way the Liberty Funny Bone is like set up, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're gonna get foot traffic.
So I'm just talking about like, like making like dudes in the closet choke on my dick, right? And it's like these mall people, modern day mall people
trying to have a birthday
party, and they were like not doing great. And I felt a little bad. And so I was like,
Don't you dare feel bad.
Tell them
Well,
about your 40th, Cheryl.
I wanted them to at least laugh at something. So I tried to do like crowd work them.
Oh, these people hate me. I'll get involved with them.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Is what I'm saying making you uncomfortable, ma'am?
yeah.
And she's like, it's fine. You just can't shove it down people's throats. And I was like,
Did she know she was setting you up?
it was so just like fully just like. I had given her so much. I was like, she just like doesn't. Like this is like too much too soon for her. You know? She's perfectly fine. I'm like, hey, let's meet halfway, and she just goes, I don't get why you gotta talk about it. It's like, all right, okay,
Jesus.
sure, that's great. And then Blake went up and just fucking just hated every second of it. It was just like he was just like, fuck you later. You on Facebook Live, It was great. It was awesome. Fuck. And he was so mad the whole time, and he just left.
Blake is so funny when he's pissed off. Have you ever gotten mad on stage?
I mean,
Like to the point you've lost your temper and it's
No.
like changed what you've done?
No.
Oh, try it. It's fun.
Have
you ever gotten mad on stage?
Yes.
When? I don't think I've ever seen that.
I was hosting a now defunct mic at a bar that is half college people, half vagrants, I guess.
That's a good way to put it.
And the crowd would get so loud and just ignore the mic about halfway through. And I was drinking for free. And I was
good way to get mad.
So I would just like openly shout at people to shut the fuck up, and I'd be like, "All right, well here's
running the mic.
You're the host.
Here's Hannah Youngholm." I would just be like, "Guys, shut the fuck up." Anyway, here's Hannah Youngholm. Fuck off.
We're trying to fucking creatively express ourselves, motherfucker. Anyway, Carter Darkity, everybody.
That's so good.
That was literally the person that in the incident I'm thinking of, and it was just like the nicest, sweetest comedian. And she's just like, "All right, well,
okay."
But she did weirdly good at that mic for it being described as an open mic for savages.
Yeah, I never made it.
I was threatened with a gun at one point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You were also attacked with a taser at that mic, if I believe.
No, that was Millions. That's still going on.
Oh, right. Living strong. It has electricity breathing life into it still. What else has changed for you in comedy? How long has it been since you've been on the show? It's been a hot minute.
August.
I want to say
of
the
22.
taser was part of the show. An audience member didn't attack me with the taser.
That's right.
It was an
Electricity.
So wait, hold on.
I broke up with someone, and then they tased me at the end of the show.
It was a whole.
I had agreed to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that was the part you were waiting.
Yeah, I was waiting for and it was
in
chill.
a realm where people are getting tackled on stage.
All of the
Luke
details
Fagenbush.
were just,
Tased.
I had this ex, and then they were pursuing me. They waited until the end of my set, and they just got me.
And it was dope. I love tasings.
Oh, you guys are still waiting for applause breaks? I get cattle prodded.
Yeah. It feels like being burned, though. It sucks.
I've never been tased. Have
Yeah.
you ever been tased? Or
think
accidentally electrocuted yourself real good? You're lucky,
Keep
man.
it that way, yeah.
Stay that way. Apparently it feels like being burned. Have you done any big milestones since you've been on the show last? Have you had any big epiphanies that have been like, oh, okay, this makes things make sense? In comedy or in life, or just, you could make one up. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Don't make one up.
a lot of topics are flying through. Ooh,
The guests are allowed to do whatever they want. You know that.
Okay.
Except sit in silence. That's my one rule.
He heard that, and
really-
he's like,
Oh, cool. Checking out.
I'm being real tough to the audio talents here. I'm really failing my radio ancestors.
well, to be fair, we do this thing where we're like, all on you, buddy.
Right.
Run the show.
Let's do a riff that no one else can actually engage in and then spin it back on the guest high pressure.
I will say, since you were on the podcast last, which was
August.
August. Yeah. You kind of blown up. You're getting around. You've exponentially been more present on my feeds.
Oh, yeah. I've been showing up. I mean, yeah, I get on like shows every now and then. You know, I feel like I'm
Humble comedian.
I just feel like I'm in the process, you know? Like maybe I wasn't all that in the process when I met you guys.
Yeah.
But like now I'm like swimming with you guys, you know?
Yeah.
Dog.
I'm heading upstream.
That was post funniest person in Cincinnati. I think that's where we saw you first.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think either I had become a finalist or it was the final. So, I don't know.
I think you were a finalist.
It always does feel like in the process. And then like a year or two later, you're like, oh, I'm doing the things I wanted to do like 4 years ago. And now it feels like not enough.
Exactly. Have you started to experience that? Where like you reach a goal and then you're like, oh, but now I have these other goals.
I mean, that's just a thing you grip with forever, I think. It's just-
Don't just be grounded and philosophical. Yeah, that's just being a person.
It's you guys have talked to me while I'm high. You know how I get.
True to
Did
form,
you
true to
remember the
form.
rant on music I had with you?
No, I was high. Wait, was that at the Halloween party?
Yeah, you were pretty.
I was very high at the Halloween party.
Yeah, nothing I said was making sense.
I was Saint Elsewhere.
Yes, Saint Elsewhere, the land of grunkles.
Yup. And
that what you
Howie
call it?
Mandel.
Oh shit!
I forgot we weren't making references, particularly from the 80s.
Do you have any new comedy goals?
I think my goals are certainly like more like immediate future than because like at the time I was like I don't even know if I can be a comedian. So I was like,
okay.
So I was like shooting for the. I was like, I'll try to. I'll start this craft. I'll be the greatest of all time. But now it's like, I feel a lot more chill about comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not like. I don't feel like desperate.
Yeah.
So now it's just more like, all right, let me reach this thing. Like let's headline. Let's
start small and headline.
Let's host H's. I got fucked up on the
there you go.
alliteration.
Yeah.
Let's do a hosting weekend. You know,
Yeah,
let's look for a hosting weekend. You know, anywhere. You know, like,
Have you met that goal yet? Or are you still on your search for the host weekend?
I did a host day. Doesn't really count, but
You did a host day.
Yeah.
Was it on the weekend?
it was on Sunday.
Well, then that
Still counts.
I'm gonna say you did a host weekend.
I'm gonna disagree.
That's
but
the only part of the
that's
weekend
fine.
the Lord acknowledges.
Yeah,
Right?
Keep your Fridays and Saturdays. Oh, how did that go?
It was fine. Yeah, it was, some chuckles were had.
Where was it at?
It was the comedy club in Fort Wayne Comedy Club, Summit City Comedy Club.
Summit City. I don't know that one. I thought I would remember if I said it in my own.
They're
but I didn't.
owned by the same people that own the Louisville Comedy Club.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's that string of
that
comedy
network.
clubs.
I was very briefly in with them, and they got me a host at
Hell
the Summit
yeah.
City thing. So,
Nice.
You say
Oh.
briefly in with them.
some of the people that worked at the Louisville Comedy Club stopped, and then when the new guys came in, I wasn't on the like.
Changing of the guard.
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
What
That's
was
always interesting.
What is that club like? Because I haven't been there. Or
Oh, Louisville Comedy Club.
no, the one
Summit
you
City.
hosted.
It's a weird little room. I mean, it's like the stage is completely surrounded from tables. So like there's like someone like right here too.
Oh, like in
Yeah.
your rear view a little bit.
Yeah, like on the periphery.
I don't like the jutting. Jutting is yeah.
And
Keep
then-
them in front of me.
And then like to the left, it's pretty like wide out, but to the right, it's like there's like 2 extra levels that have like tables and stuff.
So it's
Oh.
a lopsided kind of abomination.
It's like a fucked up amphitheater.
It's like crackers.
It's like a
but smaller.
rejected,
Yeah.
like if you made that in ancient Greece, they would cut your dick off. You know, they would do some
Yeah.
kind of ancient punishment. They would
In
they would
ancient
ban you from fucking children. You know, whatever they did in ancient Greece that they thought was a punishment. You know,
Yeah.
they said you couldn't philosophize. You know,
Stop thinking.
He lied about being an architect. Take his tunic and put him in the streets. Fuck. So, what I want to know is like, do you ever see yourself doing stand-up comedy as the only thing that you do?
Every time I think about that, I'm like, it's so pretentious. It's like such a like.
So that is something that you want, though.
I've dabbled.
Okay.
You know, when you do something like comedy, you kind of reach a point where it's like, okay, I'm like writing jokes. So I'm like writing, which is like a version of an art form.
Yeah.
And then once you recognize that, you're like, maybe I could write other stuff. And then
Yeah.
through that, you're like, what am I, a Renaissance man?
Well, it almost seems to be like the way that it has to be, because you can't just be a comedian anymore. You also have to be a podcaster or a ghostwriter or.
I feel like that's all part of the pot, though. You know, like it's still the range. It's still the same craft.
It's all chilly.
Yeah. Like it's still jokes.
Yeah. That was
Okay.
Mitch Hedberg.
I'm talking stuff like a dramatic screenplay.
Okay,
That
that's a
is
little
jokes.
outside the Venn diagram, unless it's
Are you actively
Dramedy.
trying to? Yeah. Are you trying to make it funny?
No, I want to make like something serious, and it's like, why do I want that?
So you really do just want to like put your fingers in every pie and be like, I want to make this. I
Dude,
want to
maybe
do that.
I thought I was gonna be a world class experimental musician when I was 17. All right, fuck, I'm 22. I'm my prefrontal
holy
cortex.
shit. I forget you're 22.
Yeah,
I know, right? There's still so many things boiling in the man's
Maybe when
brain.
I'm 25, I'll realize, damn, I really shouldn't have done anything creative. And like,
I'm gonna go work in a factory.
shuffle back. Yeah. Just become a hardcore guy. Be like, yeah, I'm in the scene. I saw Gulch here, man.
I'm 25. Time to settle down into my warehouse
I
job.
still crowd kill in my 30s. You know, it's chill.
Figured it was a good time to get health insurance after I sowed my wild oats.
Yeah.
I'm 25.
That's what they say. I've heard reports where people are like, yeah, when I started turning 25, my brain just locked in. And it's like, what the fuck?
You know, I've said similar things, except the way I said it was when you turn 25, you start to die. And then it's just a slow...
That's a little strong. It's a little pessimistic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at a certain point, you stop regenerating cells at the same rate.
Yeah, but
and-
you're still chilling.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, like, you're just not... It's no longer uphill. Like, it's all downhill.
Could be uphill, like you achieve things.
No,
you
I
know?
mean, like, physically with your muscles and anatomy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's
Well,
just
but you're thinking
life.
about it, which implies you got some brain cells dedicated to that all the time.
Oh, no, those died when I was 27.
There we go.
There we go. I like to think of it as your brain kind of hardening up, because it's all plasticky and running all over the place when you're young, but now you're a person. You're
Yeah.
kind of the same person.
Do you think people change?
No.
Not after they solidify.
25th birthday, that was like, I shouldn't have been a piece of shit at this time. Like, sorry. It's me forever now. No, I think everyone changes. It does start to happen more slowly because you lose that limberness.
I think people change. McGregor just told us that he's changed like 14 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's 22. You know?
He's still plasticky.
Yeah, I'm still I'm wet clay, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not fully baked.
So
Yeah.
fucking wet.
Not fully baked. You should have seen the way I went nuts if I was fully baked, thinking like about do people change. So what's that like shitty Joe Rogan talking about? It's like every 7 years your cells replace, you're a whole new person.
See, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I disagree with that fundamentally because, like,
It takes
There's
real
no
things
way.
to change you, like trauma or loss.
is there something that is on the positive spectrum as big as trauma or loss that
Healthcare?
can have as
That'll
much of a
change you.
change?
Revolution.
That's a positive thing?
Maybe murder if you're like a fucked up guy, you know?
Yeah.
I still
That's
don't
pretty
see
positive.
any...
Depends
Like if
on who
you,
you murder.
if you join the mob, they're like, you gotta kill a guy to get in, and then bam, you know? Like,
Okay,
you
okay.
break that
Yeah.
down.
Now I
the
can get
Iceman
behind that.
coming.
But that's
Yeah.
only available for like shitty Italian guys.
It's a very niche audience.
yeah, I'm not
for
gonna
that job.
get that. I don't want it, but you know,
I don't know. I think
I've never thought about being a mobster.
Really?
Until now?
It did come up unprovoked.
Hey, man, listen. I just want to set this record straight. We opened up strong with the school shooter stuff. You know,
Yeah, that was good. That was
I want
our
to keep
heyday.
us. I want to keep us on solid ground. Like, so when we get violent, it's like, hey, man.
Oh yeah, there
I
was
feel
like some dots to connect.
That was our 22. We're kind of inching towards 25, and we need to decide what this episode of the podcast is going to be right now. Lauren, ideas?
I really think that the best thing to really make this less plasticky
Yeah.
would be. Why would you put me on the spot like this? I thought
Because
if
you
I
did it to
said- I
McGregor
do-
like 5 minutes ago. I
Oh
thought it'd
yeah,
be
that's
funny.
right. I did do
Yeah.
that. What? Let's do it to him later.
Also, brain plasticity is a term.
Isn't the brain wet and like mushy?
Yeah, they call it plasticity though, like because it can change readily, and it's not like plastic, which we think of as hard. But
Wait.
stop staring into the camera.
I know I'm staring at R2D2 with the guys. Sorry.
Isn't that an adorable photo? That's one of my favorite things.
I need a totem to focus. I think it's
Nah, man, I struggle every time we have someone back on the podcast because, whenever they're first on, it's like, who are you? Where have you been? What's your noise? And then they come back, and I'm like, well, now you're a friend.
right.
It does explain a lot that our theme is change because, we met you, we loved you, we invited you to our Halloween party, you fell asleep on our armchair, we woke you up, and
You woke me up? I don't remember that.
Yeah, we would.
it was really funny.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You were very much.
It was literally just everyone and then us and then you and then
Yeah, I thought the moment someone else left, I was out. That's what I remember.
No,
Oh
no.
shit!
You
I
were
fell
in the
asleep.
chair. You were asleep, and
but
the whole
everyone
party
else
had
was
left.
gone by the time you fell asleep.
Yeah.
The way I remember it is the last person left, and I was like, "It's my time to go." I did not clock closing my eyes and
I remember that because we woke you up. It's like, hey, we did it. We had the party. We were all on acid. Did you? And you're like, you were what?
well, I was on like 40 milligrams. I was on my own journey.
Oh, yeah.
And then you drove home?
Yeah.
I mean, slept on our couch safely?
Yes.
And then I drove him home, and I drove back.
Right.
That's what we thought.
I only remember you fell asleep because we literally have a picture of you asleep in that chair.
That's right. There's evidence.
Oh yeah. I thought that was just me like having a rough wave.
Maybe, but do you snore through rough waves?
I was snoring. Oh shit, dude.
Ever so softly. It was mostly like a kitten's purr.
It's crazy. I genuinely don't remember that. That's hardcore.
It was a good party.
I love. Yeah, you'll have to come back to the third Halloween party we have.
Yeah.
We're
In the
trying to-
works. Speaking of things in the works, did you sign up for the contest this year? Is that something that you're planning on participating in?
Shit. Have they closed that?
No.
No, it's still open.
Okay, I'll do that.
Sign-ups
then.
are still open.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We got McGregor on again. He's gonna win it this year.
Yeah, you pretty much kneecapped everybody. So
Do you remember how good you were last year?
I thought I did all right.
And do you know how much growth you've experienced in this year?
Right.
We were just talking about it.
Yeah.
You are going to do great things, McGregor.
I mean, yeah.
Do you feel pumped up and uplifted?
Occasionally. Well, yeah. Just in the grand scheme of things, sometimes a good thing will happen. I'll be like, yeah, cool. I was here for that.
I'm a person. I have ups and downs.
I don't know, man. How am I supposed to grip with that praise in a real way,
I have no idea. If this was reversed, I would be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
you're
man.
doing. Oh, shit.
Looking forward to your contest.
I'm so ill-equipped for conversation right now. It's insane.
Oh, yeah.
You did say that you had, eaten an edible before you got here.
Yeah, but it was weaker than maybe it wasn't, but I don't know.
At what point in your, journey on that are you in?
I'm coming down, I think. Maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
You're chilling.
Yeah. That
Welcome to
That's
Fireside
convenient.
Chats. Coming down.
That sounded surprising.
We
As if
did
I'd gotten
almost-
worse.
No, not at all.
Visibly.
It was just a nice. It gave my brain an idea to pivot the episode.
Okay.
But then you said fireside chats. Do you remember when we were going to do this by the new fire pit?
No.
Got a fire pit?
Was that
You
not?
gotta fire. Maybe you thought that.
There's a lot of things I think, and then I don't say out loud.
Maybe you
and-
dreamt that in a period of sleep you don't remember having.
Maybe you're about to wake up to our Halloween party, Lauren.
Oh God!
Everyone else went home, Lauren.
It's been October this entire time.
We've already discussed what I was on
It's
that
just
night.
like saying elsewhere.
Don't like this
It
bit.
was all a dream in Lauren's head. He's going to be staring at a snow globe, and it's going to be me, him, and McGregor waving back at him.
Dude, you are emaciated in a Kmart right now.
Yeah, Howie Mandel's here.
People are looking at you and poking you with a stick. And it is rough.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's April 20th.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
It's funny, April 19th is Acid Day.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Because that was his bicycle day, because the guy who discovered acid, that was the day he was like, oops, I spilled the waste concoction, the thing I wasn't
What
making.
was left in the
He's
flask?
like, I don't know what that'll do to me. And then he got on his bike, rode home, and he's like, oh shit.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It was all entirely accidental.
I knew it was an accident. I didn't know the context. It was literally just like a spill, and then dude went home.
Yeah.
That would be terrifying because I would just immediately think, this could kill me. And then I would have a point because it's just waste chemicals. It's
He was the scientist creating this stuff. I assume he had some
idea that it wasn't
doctorate
highly
research
toxic.
into understanding the byproducts and all that.
Yeah, but like,
Not enough to know
still
that it would make
worry.
them trip balls.
Yeah.
Have you guys done any questionable drugs? Like, I'm not 100% sure what's in this, but I'm going to put it in me anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, anytime I'm at a party and they're like, you guys want to smoke? And it's like, I really should ask if it's weed.
Yeah.
But I go out there and it's like, it looks like weed. I'll go with it. And I'll go up 2 smoke circles and I'm like, hey, what's up?
just hopeful you're not getting dosed with
Yeah.
PCP.
I mean, it hasn't happened yet.
I almost accidentally on purpose smoked crack because it was when I was very young and very drunk, and then we were trying to buy.
Kindergarten was tough that day.
Yes, I was 11 and we were trying to buy cocaine, and then we bought it and it wasn't a fine powder,
Nope.
and then we put it in a bong. And it was just baby powder, guys. It was. We got burned.
But you were intending on getting real
I
Jack
could
City on this.
have been passed out in a Kohl's right now. Like I could have been.
fully emaciated.
There's an alternate timeline, Luke, where that wasn't baby powder.
Yeah, and you became a blue light special.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, well, pretty good that we didn't get addicted to crack tonight, but let's clean this bong because he would be pissed.
Oh my God.
I mean, I've been offered stuff.
I've been offered
And I've been
stuff.
like, I don't know. I've been offered stuff by people I trust. So I'm like, I would get the safe version of that for sure. But like, no, it's like
Good idea.
that's like a weird place to. It was just MDMA, but
Yeah.
just like ugh, I don't know if I could.
It's still
It's like because
got
I'm not a party presence anyways. Like I could not.
Yeah.
And still got the meth in the name. That's one of the
It is
M's.
meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's meth. That reminds me. I was given a lot of Molly for my 21st birthday, and I didn't know what it was when it was dropped into my beer. They found out it was my birthday, and they were just like, "Oh, cool, happy birthday!"
How'd
And
that
then
go?
I had an amazing night. Are you kidding me? It was
Oh,
a
cool.
lot of Molly.
When you're on Molly, it rules.
The 2 days after that were terrible.
Yeah, because the dopamine drop.
Yeah, but that was an amazing night, and I was like, oh, now I know why people love this shit. And then the insomnia kicked in, and the whole come down. I was awake.
Now I know how this ruins people's lives.
Exactly. Yeah, I moved out of Louisville like that next season, and found out that another person in that friend group was like fully addicted to Molly and selling it out of his apartment and ruining his life. And
Change.
yeah. He's an outstanding guy now. He works at the Genius Bar.
Oh, well, I just
Is he
fucking
still
went
slipping
there
people
and
Molly?
it was shitty.
You're just like, oh, you want your iPhone fixed? Why don't you have a taste of that?
My screen stopped working and I'm mad. It's like, well, I can fix one of those things.
Yeah, Deckard is our vibe specialist. He really takes care of the customer while we're fixing the problem.
It is kind of like that. I literally was at the Genius Bar because Tori's phone stopped working, and we went in there, and they were so focused on like being chill and cool, and it's like, no, you hang out. We all got T-shirts with the Apple logo on, and then they're like, oh, you had an appointment? Cool, sit at that table. And we sat down, and it's like, I wish they had just given us a fucking number. Like, we just
Seriously, like I'm not.
we
trying
could
to
walk
lie.
around the mall,
Yeah.
but they were too cool for numbers.
Too cool for numbers and buzzards. Wait, did they let you inside the Apple store?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's new.
We went in. Wait, is it? You have to earn your
dude.
place.
I haven't been to a mall.
Do they
since
know I'm a
closed for the
Microsoft dude?
pandemic.
And they're like, you can't enter the inner sanctum until you.
The Apple stores went like full barricade, and they just put up a window and stopped letting people in their stores.
Like with a thick.
Are you talking about the
screen.
pandemic?
Yeah,
That
I just said I haven't been in a mall.
things
since then.
opened up. You've been to McDonald's though.
Well, yeah, they still have all the dividers up.
Yeah, but you could sit there.
That's the window. It opens.
No, Luke,
The drive. It swings open.
inside.
You park too close, Lauren.
Lauren's like, hey, I can't grab my bag. Hey, you got a
Glowing
divider
at the
here,
window
man.
like a cat.
Hey guys, you guys got this divider. I can't talk to you guys. What's going on?
Just take
can't
your hands
see
off the
you.
glass,
Don't
sir.
be a stranger. I come here. I come here every week.
Just stick your head around the pane.
I'll go around. I'll go around the other side.
Oh God, McGregor, do you have any words of wisdom for our audience?
Is it that time?
Yeah, talk.
Shit.
We're at 47. I'm sorry. I just keep
No.
putting you on the spot
No.
after the most insane riffs.
It's chill. It's chill.
We're on the come down.
Yeah. If you're, you know, don't have sex the way I do. Hey, audience of Love the Bomb podcast, if you're a dude who is considering being accepting your homosexuality, right? If you're a latent in the closet homosexual and you're considering coming out of the closet and you thought I was cool for what I said about how exactly I score, don't do that. Just use Tinder, use Bumble, meet a guy at a neutral location that's real, like a coffee shop or a restaurant. Don't
Public, not public park.
Yeah. Meet
Yeah.
people in real places.
don't pick him up from his aunt's trailer and then drive him to a nondescript parking lot. Don't do that. It's not a good way to do it. You know, just look for better connections.
That's good advice.
That's my advice to all of the closeted gays of Love the Bomb.
I just wanted to start naming names.
Yeah, do you want to thank our patrons?
Yeah, okay. To all our closet.
You name the name and I'll say if they're closeted homosexual or not.
My wife, Tori Baconbush.
She's out of the closet bisexual. So
Yeah, my dad.
not gonna touch that.
You opened the sandpit, homie.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Eric Newman.
Maybe.
Okay. Ethan Breckmeyer.
I think you're close enough.
Okay.
And I also think our audience knows we're bad at this.
Okay.
I think it's Evan Beckmeyer.
Evan Beckmeyer. I'm sorry, Evan.
No.
No. Cameron James.
I'm imagining it.
Okay. Picture it.
It's possible.
Okay. That's a maybe. We'll leave a little question mark symbol on Cameron James, and we'll come back to his sexual.
Yes, thanks to our newest patron, Cameron James.
Yeah, welcome to the club, buddy. Love like you love, you know? Kylie Dills.
No.
I don't think right now.
That's all right.
Their name's in there.
Yeah. Garrett Teitelbaum.
That dude's dying to suck dick.
Yeah.
Getting his last rites right now.
I had to say it to somebody. I had to say it about somebody. Choose a guy who kind of knows me a little bit, maybe.
Safe bet.
Double D Diva.
Double D Diva.
Yeah, what's the take on Double D Diva?
Yeah.
It's like
could be anybody.
If I found that on Grindr, I'd think, okay, this guy is gonna wear a dress and he's not gonna tell me.
Okay, that's Luke's mom.
Yeah. Do we have any other patrons? Is that 11?
Of course not. We can't forget Daddy and Daddy, Eric Newman and Gretchen Schultz.
Oh, I got both of those guys.
Did you already say those names?
I think so. Did I?
Am I still high? Thanks to the patrons.
Let's one more time. Roll it back.
You forgot a patron.
Oh, did I? I think I did.
Yeah, let's definitely roll it back. Let's roll it back.
Okay.
For all the patrons.
Our final patron, as far as we know right now, because our phones are cameras.
Phones are cameras. We can't look.
Can't check the Macgregor Lakes.
There we go. All right.
Oh, what's your status?
Yeah, are you do you want to give your own take on yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe should go back in for
The soon to be closeted Macgregor Lakes.
Let's not even roll it back. That's gold. I say we save the best for last. We
Wrap.
did it.
Check.
Do you have socials? Where can people find you? Do you have shows coming up? This will come out a week from tomorrow.
I think
The 28th.
in May. I'm on some kind of show in Cincinnati.
Are you on Burrito Fest May 13th?
That could be it. I don't know. But,
Let's hope so. Find out.
Let's hope so. We're also on Burrito Fest. Come see us.
and also June. Don't tell anyone, but you might want to hang out in Lexington.
Oh.
Wait, but it's plugs or telling people.
Yeah, so if you Google like comedy that you don't tell people about.
It's spoken word. It's in the thing.
Right, but it's like don't tell comedy. It's like comedy you don't tell.
I don't know how many of us know like where the bit is.
I don't know if any. Well, given our
because you were clearly bidding. I don't know if you were bidding.
I thought I was very obviously bidding, and I could have sworn you
I am
weren't.
chomping
Which is what
at
was
the
messing
bit.
with me because it's like I should be bidding, but I don't know who's not bidding.
I have a bit
I was bidding.
in
Were you
my
bidding?
mouth. It's so deep in my wherever the bits.
They're pulling
go.
back on the reins, and you're like, "No, I'm gonna go fucking faster, horseman."
Goddamn right, I am
Yeah.
gnawing. I forgot what the bit was because now the bit is that we're bidding.
So we're both bidding.
It's
Permission
a
to
bidding war.
bid.
Do you have any socials?
Yeah. I'm on Twitter.
Don't tell comedy Lexington. Catch.
At Macgregor Lakes.
June.
I'm on Instagram, Macgregor.lakes. Yeah. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Don't add me on Facebook. Too many people are adding me on Facebook.
Now,
It's like the third person that said that.
No, like you guys surely get this where there'll be like Jim the comedian from like Flagstaff, Arizona.
43
adds
mutual
you.
friends.
Yeah.
I guess, Jim.
It's like, yeah, all right. You're above 10. I'll put you in.
I accept all Facebook friend requests.
All?
All.
Oh, brave man.
Well, I mean, unless it's clearly like a bot. But yeah, if it's like a real person, I'm just like, yeah.
I like getting those naughty sex bots and then seeing who's the mutual friends and being like, I fell for it.
Yeah. I fell for one of those and then got outed by Mikey in a giant mass post.
That's the internet version. That's like the shitty internet version of like showing up to a glory hole and there's like 5 other naked guys there, and no one is on the other side, and you're just like sticking it in. And you're just like,
oh, there's a line and it ain't moving.
But you do have a drive back. Do you still want to stick around for the Patreon?
fine, stick around for a page.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
good.
do a little
'cause
bit of page.
It's 420 and we have to celebrate something.
I gotta get high.
Yeah, he's gonna stick around. I don't have to pee for once.
Whoa, dude.
Damn.
What the fuck? You got a fucking box of shit? I'm about to get oinky fucking sploinky, dude. Holy shit.
Spin this around for the camera.
Oh my
Twizzler.
god.
There's a lot of weed in here. Yeah, so help yourself.
Holy shit. Where does a wise man start? I like starting with joints if it's a mixed crowd. What?
I stole that.
You stole that from
The last episode.
not someone else.
Yeah, that would be an insane thing if that was thefted from like someone else.
You've got a long filter.
Yeah, bro.
Are we just gonna talk weed now?
I mean, we could.
We got a couple of weed heads in here.
When did you first get high?
It was after a little while after the podcast, when it got cold.
No. I mean, like for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Shit!
A few months after the.
I
Our
did
first
not
podcast.
realize, sir.
Yeah, I was a pretty sober guy when I was.
What? There's 3?
3 people on the podcast, Luke.
Okay.
You made personal joints. Or-
Well, I guess I'm just gonna be dead this whole time.
Here, I lit this for you.
Okay.
It's all convenient.
I tried to first get high in high school, but didn't know about inhaling until college. So I made
Classic errors, bro.
Yep,
Classic
yep.
errors.
It was actually smoking cigarettes where I'm like, this isn't working. And then I inhaled on accident and felt really relaxed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is how I should be smoking weed.
Yeah. When I was a youth in high school, the pressure wasn't cigarettes; it was Juuls. Do you guys remember Juuls?
Yep.
I remember Jules, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you part of the generation that got Jules in trouble?
Yes.
Ah! You were
We-
vaping in the bathroom.
Yeah, we were the bathroom vapors. Not me personally, but many people
Generation.
I loved and trusted dearly, and had no problem with them vaping in the bathrooms.
That is like a very interesting thing because the amount of people that would get high in the bathrooms in my high school was astronomical. Do you require assistance with your joint, sir?
No, I'm figuring it out.
I didn't even know people were getting high in high school until like,
No, I'd hang out with
Yeah.
people getting high in high school. I was just always like, that's not me.
I was the guy
which
that
takes
everyone
a lot. It's a high
That is-
schooler.
yeah.
Yeah.
Willpower. Everyone thought I was high, and I just let them think that.
Well, then I got high for the first time as a 21-year-old guy, and I was like, this fucking rules. What am I doing?
Instant love.
I watched Fritz the Cat.
Is that old cartoon?
It's the old NC-17 cartoon.
Yes. That was like it was like an offshoot of Betty Boop, wasn't it?
Yeah. Or not an offshoot of Betty Boop. It was
Am I insane? I thought that Fritz the Cat was like a side character of Betty Boop.
no, it was Robert Crumb, an R. Crumb comic.
Who's Robert Crumb?
Very legendary underground comic scene writer.
What like very famous underground? That's like Jumbo
Well,
Shrimp.
famous within the underground.
Right,
Like,
what's his-
able to pay the bills.
Ah, right.
Right?
He's underground
like
famous.
like
He's
influential
keeping the
enough that
lights
they
on.
made a movie about his adult themed comic strip.
Okay, yeah, that's a big deal.
You
I
know,
was gonna-
a big zine guy back in the day when like zines could
Be held.
yeah.
Wait, was Fritz the Cat his kind of like what he's known for?
Yeah, or well, I guess to the layman, yeah, that's
Okay.
the first place you'd go for Robert Crumb.
You ever met a layman?
I think technically everyone who's not a priest is a layman, right?
Everyone
like,
who's not a priest is a layman. Is that the line?
Yeah, because
The
like
lay
layman's
people?
terms it was like a medieval thing.
Back when only priests could read.
Yeah, or like because the priests were super nerds, and so they're like in layman's terms, the things the common folk, because they were like the town smart guy. That's the dude you went to talk about shit, not like a
priest.
professor of Marxist studies.
That's. It's always interesting looking back at societies and the person that they would go to whenever they had a problem.
Maybe I do need help. I'll fucking
Here, grab me home.
okay.
That one's going. I'll get this one going. Shit. Maybe one day. Yeah, I don't think I'd shown this to the patron camera yet.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
Gretchen lighter with her face on it.
You can have one too. Just pay us $500.
You know, it's
Nah, man.
it's funny when I was like, if we're gonna smoke on the podcast, and they've got choice, there's a 1 in 5 chance I fuck up my method and I can't smoke it easily. Because my method is the burn around and then like pull the tip off. And and half the time I'm just like excited to have weed in my possession, so I go for it. I'm like, yeah,
I roast the tip, but then I light it like a cigarette,
yeah.
which is technically wasteful, but I also typically don't have problems with joints getting lit. But
I for some reason it's just me. I have a 1 in 5 of fucking up my fire lighting abilities. I'd be a bad caveman.
it seems like you might need a new method if it's a 1 in 5.
Yeah.
Trades
Well,
it back.
I'm just mean like in general, like bongs boggle me sometimes, but other times I'm like chill it.
I'm pretty good at bongs. I can't manage to keep this lit though. I don't smoke.
got you
I
this.
didn't smoke a lot of joints, just because it takes so much weed.
Well, you can let it out and save half or 3/4 for a little bit.
that is
Yeah,
true.
but
That is
it
true.
smells a lot.
It also smells a lot.
That's why you put it in a baggie and put the baggie in a baggie and put it on your weed tray. Put that in your
Wait,
desk.
while you're smoking it, you put yourself in a baggie?
No,
My
that's not what I meant.
my hiding place when I was a kid for that was just going out in the middle of our yard, it's a big yard. It's a couple acres or something in Kentucky, and just hiding it under a rock. Just one of the 30 rocks out there.
That was your hiding spot?
Yeah.
Just under a rock,
Yeah.
in a bag,
Yeah.
in nature.
Well, like, it was waterproofed. It was like inside a bag that's inside another bag.
That's why I feel
inside
good
a
about
can.
starting smoking weed in adulthood, because now I can just do it on my front porch. It's like I don't have to sneak off to the construction zone where the town pedophile also showed up and we had to fight him or something. No
Battlefield.
stories
You
like
can just
that.
do it in a coffee shop in some places.
A lot of places nowadays.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing. Have you guys ever gotten like caught with weed by your parents? Well, you haven't because you
No,
didn't
yeah.
start. But
They like no, it's weird. I like went home one day and they were like, "Do you smoke weed?" And I
they
was
just like clocked it on you?
Well, I made a post where I talked about inebriation, and they were like, "Well,
And
we
they
know he
addressed
doesn't
it.
drink."
So what could he be talking
Yeah.
about? I wonder. Did you got busted?
Yeah.
I think
a
we've
couple
talked about
times.
that on the podcast before.
Yeah, I think so. It was like junior year. I was cleaned out because
Out.
we were planning a huge party. We had like 8 bottles of $8 vodka. I gave a manager at work a sum of money and I said, "Get me as much alcohol as you can." And we had 8 bottles of Burnett's and we split it up between the two of us because we're
That's
dumb.
right. Yeah.
4 bottles each. And then my friend had a blunt and his parents found them. And his parents called my parents. And then junior year was a little lockdowny.
Lockdowny.
Yes.
Well, when you find enough liquor to intoxicate a police horse,
We didn't even know it was that much. We just gave someone money.
It's crazy when like when you were in high school and something like that happened to a friend, and then you just didn't hang out with them for a year. Like you just
Yeah.
lost a year of their life.
disappear.
yeah, Because the parents all agreed, nope, we will separate these two. It's like desk reassignment from the teacher.
You're in
Yeah.
the fucking well. We'll pull you up to do your homework.
Oh, man. Did you get locked down in high school for anything?
Oh man, I was such a troubled kid, man.
You're
Like-
raging against the machine.
like
Yeah, a little
nothing,
bit, little
nothing illegal. Like I said, no marijuana, no beer,
Okay,
nothing worse than
okay.
that. But I was just like unable to just be a member of society.
Hell
Like-
yeah.
Like
Possible
It's
terrorist.
bad. Like I ran out the house one time. I just like kind of biked around my town, ate at McDonald's, and then I got found at the library.
You were the kid that my parents would see and be like, "That's a bad kid."
Yeah, no, for real. And it was crazy because I was kind of raised in the like smart kid classes, they'd call them, like
Yeah,
honors.
like the
Yeah,
gifted and
yeah.
talented.
So when
Same,
when my brain started fucking up, like the whatever is happening here, that's clearly not computing everywhere else,
Yeah.
When that started in high school, like, and I started running out and like just talking shit and being crazy, it was they just didn't know what to do. They're just like, what do we fucking do with this guy? So it happened more, and then there was more locking down. It was fucking
Okay.
Well, you get in that cycle where you're like fighting back at it, so it just gets exponentially worse
Yep,
each time.
yep.
yeah. It's
And then you're in the place where you're like, well, fuck it then. I guess I'm just going to be in trouble. This is me being in trouble.
Well, there's definitely a point where like we both like conceded the conflict part. It's just like, just let it ride, It's like I didn't turn out right. Like let's
just turn it into a
That's
Cold
them,
War.
like just accepting you.
yeah.
So-
They were just like, okay, fine. He's gonna be a bit of a fuck up.
Was there like relief when that came?
A little bit. I mean,
At least less tension, right?
yeah. I mean, it's like the terms were agreed upon. like I had made concessions. They had made concessions. I wasn't going to college, but I was going to do this government thing.
Government thing.
The service thing I did.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
We
right.
covered
That's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgive me. Very high.
What?
No way.
I know this almost never
Someone to
happens.
spot me a lighter.
Oh, of course. I took them
fucking-
all because I'm very
Still partying. But
Did you finish your joint?
Yeah, by putting it out when it was halfway done.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. It was hiding from me. Yeah, I don't know if you want to light that one and then pass it around. I don't know what I was thinking, all of us lighting a joint and thinking we could keep a conversation and 3 joints going, but it was overzealous.
Yeah, we expected a lot out of ourselves there as far as
I
coordination.
just grabbed
goes.
a joint and I was like, I'm gonna pass this around, and then Lauren was like, let's fucking do it.
I saw 3 joints. I saw 3 people. I was like, okay, serendipity.
I'm only.
It would be fun to finally treat like a thing of joints as like a pack of cigarettes,
That was my thought, and then I bragged about lighting them like cigarettes,
Yeah.
and then it
Oh,
was
it went
just,
out.
God damn it, I'm lighting a different one. Put that in the
Okay.
fucking skull.
I need an ashtray. That's what I need.
Right now?
Like,
Or like
for
in
my
your life.
house. In my house, I don't have that.
You want that one?
No, I'll get my own.
No, you just 3D
I printed
print them.
that, dude. I can make another one tomorrow.
Maybe.
I'll throw that in a bag so it doesn't stink up your car. You can have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. I love giving away printed shit. It's so fun.
Damn.
I don't have to do anything to make that happen, and the look on your face is really fun.
We got so many little printed figurines.
For real, dude. Honestly, if you
Most
ever...
of them are The Rock in different forms.
Yeah, most of them
He's
are
a good
variations
he's a
of
good
Buddhas.
character to sculpt after. He looks Herculean in nature.
Not these.
He has strong features.
Yeah, strong features.
You're going back to the old masters when you're trying to sculpt the Rock.
Oh man, no, it's. I've done this much 3D modeling. I made a sheep's head once. I was very proud of myself. You were
saw
there
that.
that day.
Yeah.
I was full of
You're
sheep's
very
head
proud
getting.
of yourself. You
I
felt
was. It was something I never thought I would be able to do. Have you ever surprised yourself by accomplishing something you never thought you'd be able to do? Podcasting.
The very succinct question.
because I have very low expectations.
I'm sorry. What was the first part of that? All I heard was low expectations.
Often.
Oh,
In
hell yeah.
response to the question. Because it's like every day I don't end up out of money and on the street. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of keeping it together.
Killing it once again.
Yeah, be grateful.
Like, fuck.
Walk me through like a day in the life of McGregor.
Okay. If it's the weekend,
Yeah, it is.
that's when my shifts are. So it's
Okay.
wake up at 7 a.m. because,
On the weekend?
yeah.
Gross.
Well, you're about to learn why it's not so gross.
Okay.
Because work's at 9 a.m.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Okay, so but like 7's still a little, because like I have a job in the city and it's like close to my neighborhood, so it's like, why am I waking up at 7?
Yeah.
The reason is because who didn't last have it?
I'm pretty good on that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. If it went out, I might be right there.
But fucking
I hedged a bet.
if it's so I wake up at 7 because there exists a protracted period where I don't do anything.
I love a nice stagnant protractor.
That's like an hour of just sitting around, just
Or 2.
Okay.
there. Yeah,
I like that.
Sometimes you just gotta like be on your phone, be on TikTok, saying good morning to people.
You gotta let yourself have that.
I mean, that's like you have your morning ritual down.
It starts with waking up and not getting out of bed for an hour and a half.
Yeah, but you have it down.
You're right.
I'm such a zombie from the moment I wake up
You really are, dude.
till like 11 o'clock. And I think I could benefit from just sitting around and letting my brain vegetate.
There's science behind that.
I feel
actually.
like the way I justify it, because it's like it's a fucked up thing. Like it's like
I don't know if it's fucked up.
it's like I have to do it because if I wake up at like 8:30 and give myself just enough time, if I can get out of bed and get dressed,
Blap,
take a
blap,
shower,
blap, blap, out the door.
dinner, then I can make it to work. If I do that, then I can't get to work on time. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's compulsive. It's required. So the
Yeah.
way I justify that impulsion that definitely needs to be worked out in therapy is I compare it to like getting the newspaper or like a magazine. You know,
Right.
Like the way people
Coffee
did
time.
it before the time of
Yeah.
phones. You're just
the
like
new evolution of that.
you're getting the news, you're getting opinion, you're reading essays, which are like, that's like Twitter or something.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
walking to work every now and again. I'm close enough to walk, but a good 5-10 minute walk before
That's
work.
disgusting.
No,
I
that's
have
a
no
transition.
problem laying in bed for an hour and a half before you
Yeah.
start your day, but doing that, gross.
It feels good.
I'm sure it
Just
does.
get out
It's
there,
healthy
get
for
those
your
legs
body and
moving.
mind. It's disgusting.
Hear the birds.
Hear the birds. The idea of you walking to work and not listening to music is bad. Like that's not a situation. You listening for birds? Nope.
Oh, I hear them before I put the AirPods in. That's
Oh, okay. The brief millisecond before you find the playlist. What's your most recent Spotify jam?
I finally created my weed smoking playlist.
Fucking on
Yeah.
theme. I like it. What's on the list?
Well, so I played it around the crew, the roommates, the friends at
Test
a
it out.
hang, because we were all getting high.
Hell yeah.
And it was a little controversial. There were some fans, there were some, and the opponents were like, the genre change-ups are crazy. And
I'm
they're
on
like-
board already.
And they're like, I want to be in a certain mood, but I'm like, no, it's a journey.
Yes.
You got to have ups and downs.
I've been guilty
You
of
have to
jumping.
You have to flex the bad trip muscle. You have to like throw off. You know what I mean? You gotta challenge
Wait,
yourself.
like P90X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then when you start peak, you just go like, oh man, I'm part of the fucking system. You know?
The way you do drugs is right.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So what are we leading off with?
so it starts off probably with the beef of the playlist, right?
Okay.
Which
Okay.
is folksy alt country. It's a lot of Blaze Foley, Towns
Oh
Van Sant.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, there's a bit of like indie flavors like Bonnie Prince Billy or Dan Reeder maybe.
Oh, I
Unfamiliar
love
with
Dan
both.
Reeder.
You know, huh?
I'm unfamiliar with both.
It's good. They're just very like chill, like just like gentle masculinity about them. It's like
Okay.
you know, it's like soft singing cowboys. You know, this is the vibes. You know.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then after a couple songs of that, it will probably get onto the stoner metal.
Are we talking like fast, crazy technical things?
No.
Or like
This is like laid back,
fantastical-
doomy. It's bow, 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 bow. It's just like
So
riffs.
you're almost trying to throw people off with the genre switches. Like
No, I'm
you're
trying to-
letting them get into a groove and then the sudden shift.
I'm trying to do a cinematic experience.
Okay. It's a
trying to-
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make it fun, or you're just sitting there being high. You know, you gotta like your brain has to
A
experience
little roller
the-
coaster for yourself.
There needs to be ripples.
Yeah,
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just a
yeah. The
lake.
metal is like the conflict. We've met the antagonist of the high,
Right. Beginning
is-
of Act 2.
and we are the chosen one, and it's up to us to defeat him.
How do you resolve that? And then what does it transition into?
Alt cowboy kind of character that's being opposed by death metal.
Ambient, just
Oh.
Just like
calm
soft,
down.
just like absolution,
Yeah.
divinity. You know, you're just like
Yeah.
fucking like, you know, you just get lifted away.
The angelic.
Yeah.
Almost
Okay.
too calm.
What's the finale? How do you close something like that out?
There's are you guys aware of famous children's poet Shel Silverstein?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know that he was also a
Yep.
prolific dirty songwriter?
No.
There's a Shel Silverstein song called "I Got Stoned and I Missed It,"
Yes.
and it is a bluesy New Orleans.
It slaps.
It's a harpsichord and it's big band and it's just big singing about getting stoned and just letting it all go on
Shel
by.
Silverstein, very theatrical
By
singer.
the dude who wrote Your Childhood, Giving Tree, motherfucker.
I don't know how to quantify that because that's
You're gonna watch this sober. You're like, man, they are impressed by nothing. They're talking about the most boring shit.
why did he light another joint? They're already so hot. It's like he was
Shel
trying to make a point that
Silverstein.
wasn't there.
Oh my god. That was not English.
Yeah, but I think you understood my meaning.
I only speak English, my friend.
That's a lie.
What?
Don't you speak another language?
No.
See, this is the kind of guess we need.
You were the very beginning of the episode is you complaining about speaking in other languages, and you're just like, I'm mad that they don't open in English, and here you are,
How many languages can you speak?
180 degrees.
I can.
Are you some kind of Roman dignitary here to talk to the barbarian tribe? What is this? You coming at me on a classism charge?
Can't hear you from your high horse.
Have you guys not noticed my pattern, my clear patterns of xenophobia on this podcast?
Why do you keep saying xenophobia? It's such a bad thing to admit. Like, that's such a crazy subject matter to be like, I'll throw myself into this pit, man.
What?
So it's like a version of racism.
No, it's like an offshoot of
It's-
Hercules.
What?
Huh?
I thought it was like racism because it's worse, because it's like the entire category.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? No, it was Hercules and
Oh,
then
I'm good.
Xenophobia Warrior Princess.
Oh, you're joshing with us.
Obviously.
know.
Why in the fuck would I
This is
actually?
a serious matter, Mr. Hutton. All right?
No!
I stand here accusing you.
I'm a xenophobic. Yeah, well, of course. Of course I'm serious about that.
The courts will not forgive you.
Seen it.
No, in all seriousness, I'm not a xenophobic person, nor do I fully understand what that word means. But I do know it's as bad as racism.
What is the literal definition? Is it
Isn't it someone that's bigoted towards people from
Like
other
a culture?
countries?
Yeah, like it's like foreign stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was my understanding of the context. I forget what I said at the beginning of the podcast and why I ranted about that, but some callbacks aren't worth calling back to.
I don't think that's
Especially if you can't remember it.
Obviously.
Like, that's mad. Like, you didn't even test to see if it was still back there. You were just like, let's gun this. You didn't do a dry run?
Hey, remember that word I said earlier? I'm going to say it again. The worst impulse you could possibly have. This is why we don't smoke 3 joints on the podcast.
This is why I smoke 3 joints, because I'm killing it.
You've been a treat.
Yeah.
Like,
A
honestly.
treasure.
Don't respond like that. Don't affirm my madness. I heard the name Garrett Teitelbaum, an associate of mine, someone who I want to have to respect me. And I said, yeah, he's dying to suck a dick.
You did say that. This has been an aggressive episode. Dark and twisted.
Jizzed out. Well, yeah, from
I'm
the
an
very
aggressive
beginning.
guy.
I wouldn't say you're an aggressive guy, but I would say that you are a wild character.
You're a wild
who,
man.
I definitely get you saying that there were parts of you that just didn't mesh with society early on. Like, it's not that you don't mesh with society, at least from what I've seen of you. It's more like society is sandpaper, and you're just like, oh, but my skin, I don't want, no.
So you're saying I have a gay reason to...
That's not how I meant that at all.
You call me a fruitcake, motherfucker?
It's more like you have an allergy.
And the allergy is dick, and you need to get well. So we're gonna go to church. You're coming at me like
so
this, man.
confused.
You're being a homophobe.
I think so too, but yeah, thanks for coming on the episode.
I said I wasn't any kind of a phobe, and now I'm so confused. Is dick the medicine or the problem? I was also confused about that.
Dick
Which do you think?
I think
Dick
it's
is a
both.
doorway.
A dick is a keyhole into your heart.
Dick is a key.
So it's the key and the keyhole?
Now you're getting it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And that's why being gay is natural, because you can sword fight.
Oh. This has been a really, really affirming episode.
I think so. It started out dark, but it's just a theme of self-love.
Self-love, change, admiration. We got a bomb in there real early.
Yeah, got that done right up top.
Resolve that conflict.
McGregor, this is a dangerous question.
Throw it.
We still don't know how to end the Patreon. So we've been asking the people on the Patreon, how would you end the paid section of our podcast as a paying member of said podcast?
The reason people are subscribing to the Patreon is because
Full frontal nudity.
they
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
no, they are willing to contribute to what is possibly making you full-time creatives, which means they're respecting what you create as an artistic form and not just as like their intake. So they're going to deeply revere the roots to what made your podcast so subscribable. And so what you should do is you should thank everyone that got you here.
That's beautiful.
Did you just low key put us on blast for not remembering the patrons?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I was thinking.
Oh, you guys thought I was a Zen master. Oh
No,
my God.
That
I
was
was
so
thinking about
smooth.
my
You just
dad.
slipped-
I was
oh,
thinking
man.
about
Oh my god.
I
comedy
said, I said,
dads.
you already forgot the homies. What do you mean? You're going to thank somebody?
Man,
I
Oh,
stand
dude.
up. I'm like
Truth.
the
Truth.
like you guys are the rich crony capitalists and I'm the union boss. the patrons, and I'm like, listen here, Buster.
We're not going back to work until you remember all of our names.
We're the reason you can afford one hefty fast food meal a month.
So few patrons for how often we forget the names.
It's really embarrassing. Like
We didn't even wait to get like 13 before I remember the 7 dwarves, and I remember Santa's reindeer, maybe. Patreon subscribers forget it, at least one is getting left out every single episode.
Oh, we forgot to do the intro before we got real live.
It's gonna be.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Oh boy!
What if we try and play it completely straight?
Do you guys do meditation?
No, but do you want to try and lead us through a quick one?
I mean, I can't do not like guided meditation. Just like, just like a little brief thing. Like not what I fully do, but just close your eyes. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 more. And out for 8. Then you come back in the same way. And you just ebb and flow that for a little bit. How do we feel?
Oh man, back to center.
Do you call that box breathing?
I think so, officially.
Oh my god,
That
I'm not
sounds
shouting.
right.
Yeah.
What happened?
I have no idea, honestly. But I'm not being redonkulously loud.
Yeah. And that's because, like, it's crazy that this, like, fake stoner version of where I'm trying to remember what I do when I meditate, and it's really hard to remember that right now. So I'm just, like, guessing a little bit.
Hey, that's fine.
It's like, and that worked. So think what the real stuff does.
Hell yeah.
Hello, my name is Macgregor Lakes, and I come here in a state of peace. I am not in a hostage situation. I am cooperating with my friends. I have come to deliver an apology from the official ruling party, the Love the Bomb junta that is now in effect in the government. They would like to apologize for not naming their patrons. They're good money-paying fans. And it is in this apologetic and consensual act that I will read out the names and give them the attention that they deserve. Nathan Alexander, Didi Diva, Jim Fagenbush, Cameron James, Gretchen Schultz, Evan Beckmeyer, Tori Fagenbush, Garrett Teitelbaum, Kylie Dills, Eric N., and Macgregor Lakes. And one thing I must admit that I do have, I am not a good Samaritan in this act, for I have a specific ventures as a patron of this podcast and this political organization. So I do receive benefits upon the new government taking power. But those benefits remain to be unseen. Thank you for watching Gretchen's show. Mine's next week.
The whole time you were wearing a shirt that said "Positive Terrorist." I couldn't stop thinking about that while you were talking about that.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh man, do you care if we post that as a clip?
Yeah, go ahead,
On
man.
its own?
Go fucking nuts.